What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the East Coast PC channel. I've been trying to get on a schedule of doing at least one video a week, sometimes two, but sometimes things come up. I've had a lot going on in my family and personal matters, but welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Make sure everybody gets subscribed. It helps us out so much. Hit that like button, get subscribed. You don't know how much it means to us and how much it helps us out for achieving our goals and all the things we're trying to do on this channel. And today's video, today I filmed this video because I have some great news. A lot of you probably already know this. We're just going to talk a little bit about it. So a lot of Ryzen CPUs are back in stock. Now this is the Ryzen 9 5950X right here in front of me. It is not in stock, unfortunately. The Ryzen 9 5950X or the Ryzen 9 5900X, they are still not readily available. But the good news is the Ryzen 7 5800X, which is an 8-core 16-thread CPU that boosts up to 4.7 gigahertz, it is readily available right now on Newegg. It's been coming in stock on Newegg and Amazon, and over the past 5 or 6 days, it's pretty much stabilized. It is back in stock. The retail price is $449, and thank God you can actually buy one at the retail price. Now, there's also some good news for anybody looking for the 6-core part. That is the Ryzen 6, or excuse me, the Ryzen 5 5600X. That is a 6-core 12-thread processor, and that boosts up to 4.6 gigahertz. And it came at a retail price of $299, and it is not always in stock, but if you want one of them, you can definitely get one. It comes in and out of stock on Newegg and Amazon. Right before I started filming this video, I looked on Amazon.com, and you can purchase one right now, and it says it will be delivered or shipped sometime around March 31st. So a little bit of a waiting period if you order one right now on Amazon. You could try to wait and try to get one on Newegg. They had, like I said, both of them processors have been coming in stock, you know, every day, a few times a day. It's been really good the past 5 or 6 days, and I was very pleased to see that. So if you want one of them two processors, things are looking a whole lot better for you. If you want one of these, I know I've said this in the past, but I got this on the Newegg Shuffle. I'm still waiting on my Asus X570 Dark Hero motherboard. It should be here in a couple of days. I'm very excited about that, and very excited about doing a lot of things with that motherboard and this processor. So things are still really rough on the GPU side. There is a lot of encouraging signs. Linus Tech Tips did a video. I think it was on the WAN show. I seen the clip, and him and Luke were talking about that. I don't know where they got this information from, but apparently there's going to be on shortages on the GPU side, not necessarily the CPU, but the GPU side, for up to a year. And that is very depressing. I do think that things will get better before a year. I'm not saying you'll be able to go on Newegg and every single SKU will be available, but I do think things will definitely be in a lot better shape than they are right now. So that's good news. That things have been getting slightly better. The last few launches, the 3060 Ti and the 3060, there did seem to be more stock of them. Now it's still a terrible situation. You cannot buy one right now. The only option to buy one is from a scalper, and the prices that they are currently charging is just absolutely insane. I talked a little bit about it in my last video. Lunar New Year really just screwed everything that was already screwed up. I mean, it just totally made a bad situation even worse. So just to give y'all a little bit of insight, about a month ago, maybe about, let's just say 5 weeks ago, it's probably a little over a month ago, I was really starting to just try to buy a 30 series GPU very heavily. I currently own a 2080 Ti behind me, and it's been a great GPU, but I have a 4K 144 hertz monitor, and I really do need something more to drive that monitor. So about, like I said, 5 weeks ago, I started really trying to get a GPU, and at the time, there was a Asus Strix RTX 3080 on eBay, and the ending bid, I think, was $1,480. And I could have got that card. I'm pretty sure I could have bid it on it and got it for about slightly over $1,500. And at the time, you know, I thought, oh my God, that is just absolutely crazy the retail price, or the MSRP for the 3070, the 3080, the Founders Edition, is $699, and there's very few partner models that were going to hit that before the tariffs and all the other, before the shortage and tariffs and all of that came into play. So there was already very few cards that'll hit that. About the only time you're going to get a card that cheap is on BestBuy.com. That's the only place the Founders Editions are being sold. And if you do get one from there, you will get it at that price. Otherwise, the original retail price of the RTX 3080 Strix, Asus Strix OC edition, was $849. Now, after the tariffs kicked into place, that went to $949. So at about that time, I think it was right around that time when I was looking at that card, and even though the price had went up, that was still a huge markup. And I was like, that is just too much to pay. But something in the back of my head told me, you know what? As bad as it seems, they were charging $1,200 for this wonderful 2080 Ti, and that was basically the baseline. They tried to say there was a $999 reference MSRP, but since they charged $1,200 for the Founders Edition of the Turin flagship, all the board partners started at $1,200 also. So looking at that and seeing there was about a 32% performance increase at 4K, you know, I said, that's not actually that bad. It's a good card. But anyway, I passed on it. I didn't buy it. Them same cards are going for like in the $2,500 range right now on eBay. That's how bad this situation has gotten. And hopefully it gets better, guys. We're, you know, all we can do is hope and pray, and I'll do everything I can to send the information your way and help you guys. Try the Newegg Shuffle. I'm waiting on the next Newegg Shuffle for the next 3090 drop. I have just about made my mind up. I want a 3090 or possibly the new 3080 Ti that's coming out. And I want either one of those. So as soon as one comes, the next card that I want comes available in the Newegg Shuffle, I will be applying for it. Like I said, I got this through the Newegg Shuffle. This is real. A lot of people online are saying, is anybody actually winning them? Yes, I won this. I'm just a normal everyday guy. Thank God I won that processor, or I won the opportunity to purchase that processor. I know how screwed up that sounds. But it is a real thing, and it really opened my eyes to, you know what, this might be a good thing. The scalpers are just absolutely terrible and insane right now. But anyway, let's hope the GPU situation gets better. There's some encouraging signs. So the last thing I want to talk about before I end this video is Intel processors, and I mean 10th gen Intel processors, such as the Intel Core i9 10900K, the 10700K, and the 10600K are all extremely cheap right now. And there should be options for a lot of people watching this video. Probably if you're looking to build a new system, especially if the only thing you're worried about is gaming, streaming, and possibly even recording, the Intel ecosystem, even the 10th generation, even though it's the same old architecture, just more cores and faster clock speed, it's still a very great option, and they are extremely competitive in gaming. They still win the gaming crown in some scenarios. Overall, you have to give the gaming crown to AMD by just a few percent if you average out about 20 or 30 games. But as far as the gaming part of it, Intel is a very good option. And when you can get 10 cores and 20 threads clocked up to 5.3 gigahertz boost clock for about $450 right now. I just looked, and I think it's either $467 or $469 on Newegg. There has been a $15 discount code. I think it was yesterday and the day before. So around $450, and you know, in the past few days, probably the next few days, you'll be able to get that processor. I have very briefly seen the Intel Core i5 10600K go under $200 on at B&H Photo and Video. So these processors are a very, very, very good value right now in some scenarios. Now, one thing you want to remember, I know a lot of you probably watching this video know this, but there's probably a lot of you who will see this video who don't. Intel processors, the 10th generation anyway, do not include no form of PCI Express 4.0. So that is one disadvantage, but you know, a lot of as far as gaming goes, most of you will never know the difference anyway. PCI Express 3.0 is still plenty fast for loading games. If you're just building a system for gaming, streaming, and recording, the Intel processors are still a very, very good option right now. When there's been a very bad AMD shortage, in this crazy turn of events, Intel has had plenty of stock. Not only have they had plenty of stock, the processors are very cheap. And if them processors were priced at the same as AMD processors, core for core, then they wouldn't be a good value. But since they are a good chunk cheaper, and the only disadvantage really is if for gaming. I'm talking about gaming, remember guys. If you're doing productivity, there is a lot more benefits in the AMD. They have a lot higher IPC, and in the productivity space, latency don't matter. Intel's got an advantage there. They don't use a chiplet architecture. So I just wanted to note that real quick. But for gaming only, they are a great option. And I think everybody that's buying a new gaming system right now that don't care about having the absolute latest and greatest PCI Express 4.0 processors, I think everybody should consider it. It is an option. Even if you don't go with it, check them out. The Core i9s, the Core i7s, and the Core i5s, they have all been recently very, very low priced, and they even go on. Newegg has had them a lot of days very cheaper than they already were. So that's an option. Make sure y'all check that out, and we will be having a lot of good content coming up. We have just ordered a Lee & Lee 011 Dynamic XL Quantum Reflection distro plate from EK Water Blocks. I don't know exactly when it'll be here. It said it wasn't going to ship out till the 31st, and then after I ordered it, it said the estimated ship date was March 18th. So we'll see what happens with that. We're going to have some great hardware coming up on the channel. I apologize for not having more hardware in the recent videos, but I'm going through the same painstaking process of ordering hardware that each and every one of you are. So we will have a lot of great hardware coming up. Thank everybody for watching this video, and I will see each and every one of you soon.